The angklung is so much part of nature. It sounds like the sound of rain, it sounds like water, it sounds like a river. It can be as loud as the sound of storm and thunder. It can be as smooth as just passing breeze. And it hits the heart, so it's so meaningful. Hi, I'm Faridah Jamal, the Angklung Queen of Singapore. I definitely consider myself as a music activist, specifically an Angklung educator and promoter. It just reverberates with my character, my heritage, being a Malay, being part of the entire Nusantara. I feel that I should be the activator of Angklung music. Angklung comes from West Java. It's a Sundanese instrument, specifically from the province of West Java. The word Angklung means, there are two meanings. One is based on the Balinese term angka lung. Angka means note, lung is broken. When you hear the violin, for example, the violinist plays the entire melody on his own, whereas the angklung is played by an individual player. And an individual player may, let's say, play a do, your friend plays a re, your other friend plays a mi. So you have to play on time and listen to your friend. And then you have to know the rhythm. So at the basic level, you're reading just simple, what we call the crotchets, right? Simple quarter notes. So I believe that the angklung is one of the best, if not the best instrument for you to start learning any kind of music at all. After I left school and I was asked to teach, I was still doing part-time. I didn't think of doing this full-time yet until I was working full-time in another job, and I felt that was not what I wanted to be. I was an editor in a publishing firm, and I felt that Saturday job must be my career, and I have to be the trailblazer to open up this career for myself. So I did in the beginning. When I started my full-time career in 1993, I said I am going to be the angklung conductor of the universe. And it's not just about me, remember that. I mean, it's easy to be egotistic in music. It's me leading other people to learn the angklung and to be a professional. In other words, there is a time that you say, what's the basic level in angklung learning? There is the more advanced or complex level of angklung learning. So there is a professional development. At first, it was the school principals that saw when I was conducting Raffles Girls. And then they saw this is meaningful, this is so good for their students, for their school as an activity, as an ECA or CCA. And more schools started having angklung ensembles. A lot of students can gain so much. The angklung comes within a very large spectrum of learning experiences. So it can be as simple, intermediate, and as complex as you want to be as a learner. So if I just learn the angklung now and I only have 2 hours to learn and that's it, and I can actually learn to not just play a song, I definitely can learn to compose rhythm at the very least. The intermediate is learning how to play the angklung continuously as part of the melody, because you're not playing the angklung alone. So the angklung is essentially an instrument for and of the ensemble. So once you learn that, then you learn to, much later, you learn to play a second part, or you learn to play 2 angklungs. And very advanced means I can play more angklungs than 2. I could also play the angklung on a rack, which is a slightly more modern version. And a much modern version is the angklung in a set that looks like a piano, which is known as a toel. So a lot of students can gain so much. I find that they think that the angklung is very significant, especially for primary school. Each child can just hold one and you can be part of an entire ensemble and make music. There's a psychomotor skills that come in, because some children cannot handle instruments, or they don't know how to, and then over time they find that they are capable of. So that's another a skill that they have learned. Music reading, of course, and then learning to listen to each other. There is a lot of friendship build up, social bonding, and yet really play with passion and enjoy their work. So I'm so glad that he has come to that level where it has achieved its very important reputation as a very good instrument for learning and teaching. So an angklung is not just some faded instrument to be thrown away just because it's old. It is not. Because it's ancient, let's make it more alive. The challenge is not really how to sustain the music, how to make people feel that it is relevant, because can you imagine all this while it is already up here? I'm telling my primary 1 students that you are part of the entire program, but how do we make this into a sustainable program in terms of succession? Who are the next batch of people after the pioneers? Now what do you do? Who are the people interested in this and really feel the passion to fight and challenge for this?